Winners of the Durango Fall Classic. Winners of the Nike Tournament of Champions. Winners of the Geico Invitational. CIF Southern Section Open Division Champions. Southern California Regional Champions. California State Champions.
This group, you know, they're pretty focused. So
Marymount! Woo!
It's a very confident group. They get along really well. There's no drama. There's no like leaving anybody out or anything like that. So there's a lot of stuff you don't have to worry about with this team. They like big matches. The bigger, the better. They like that. So I think that bodes well for us. This is like 22 girls that are all like really hardworking, really focused, intense, and they're like team players. There's nobody who creates any drama, so that's great.
I always knew from the moment that I met Cari Klein that I was going to go to Marymount. I think I'd played Sunshine since I was 7 years old, so.
Elliot! Kelly switch! Elliot, make a switch!
I remember like kind of always wanting to be her player and like looking forward to playing for her.
Elliot! Get in the zone and read!
I mean, I'm a pretty intense competitor. When the scoreboard's up, I'm focused on that. I don't like to lose.
Elliot! Tips are going to work so much!
Elia's like the engine. She's the competitive. I think she holds herself to a really high standard. I'm trying to switch the defense a little bit in the game. I've already gotten a couple texts from Elia. She doesn't like that idea.
I'm pretty intense. I like to get on my teammates. Like I know which teammates can handle it, so I get on them.
She talks and, you know, it is a second coach. She is coaching.
But yeah, no, in a game, especially in matches that mean a lot to me, I'm gonna get pretty intense. I knew being mic'd up probably was the best idea for me. When Cari asked me, I was like, I mean, we're taking a risk here, but yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I'm a pretty big and fierce competitor, so I get into it in game time for sure. And let's do it. Right. Let's play volleyball.
I like to say that we like to get the other team's hopes up to smash them down.
Great rally! Practice at 2 o'clock tomorrow? Yeah. Do you realize we got to get better? Yeah. We got 2 days to get better, okay? We got the rust off, but yikes. Yeah. Let's go!
I first met Cari Klein my freshman year in the summer when I was trying out for the volleyball team for Marymount.
I remember going on a family vacation with her when I was in 4th grade.
So I think I first met her when I came in for my first practice and I was like so scared.
She can be scary sometimes.
I just had heard like so many things about her and everyone had said like, oh, she's like so scary and like all this stuff.
I was really scared of her. I heard her yelling at some of the older girls and yeah, she was tough. I knew it was going to be really hard.
But I was really excited to get to know her because I know she like produces like great athletes and was such a good coach. So I was like really excited for the opportunity.
Heard a lot of stories about her that she really pushes her players. So I was also like excited for that challenge too.
I remember like being really intrigued by her, like just watching her interact with the older girls and like push them really hard. I remember thinking that was super cool.
In practices, Cari always makes sure we are focused, and if we're not focused, we run. So it's like ingrained in our heads to always stay focused and always to pay attention, because any little slip up can like cause like a bad point or you can lose a point. So staying focused is a really important part of the game, and Cari's really taught us how to focus, and
they've been focused. I think that's the key. Is sometimes we have people showing up to practice, but they're not actually getting 2 hours worth of practice. I think they are pretty good. Like, I always think we could have been a little quicker switching drills or shagging balls so we could get a few more reps in. But they have bought into that concept of let's work hard the whole time we're here.
I thought it was funny how sometimes, normally you would think that a coach would be like, we want everyone to cheer all the time, but sometimes when we're cheering too much, he's like, you guys need to focus and calm down.
The team really likes to have fun, but sometimes Cari would be like, okay, you guys need to focus right now and not have as much fun.
Okay, live in the flesh. First name Tori, last name Stafford.
We know when to turn it off and on, and then if we weren't turning it off, then Cari would step in, but that didn't really happen as much because we just knew how to differentiate between us having practice fun and then coming in the game and just knowing what business was and just get it done and go.
This team, they're like, we're good, we got this.
I didn't block on that. That was my bad.
I called up the shot on you, Red.
I remember talking to just other girls in the team going into the season, and I was like, I think we could win. I didn't expect us to be as dominant as we were, but by halfway through the season, I kind of knew. I was like, all right, we're gonna stay focused and we're gonna win it all.
Do you need your phone or anything?
maybe.
I was so nervous though, singing the national anthem because it was way more people than I was used to. My normal audience is my mom and my dad, so this was definitely a larger crowd than I'm used to. Okay, I could do this. I just sang I'm gonna play now.
Two more points.
I wasn't nervous at all. I talked to people after and they were like, we were so scared. And I think on the court, we all knew we weren't playing ourselves and we had so much more to offer. So we just had a little pep talk, huddled up and said all right, we just got to get it together and do what we know we can do.
I don't think there was any point where we were worried or, I just think that we just need time to regroup and we need time to simplify, and that's what we do in the end.
There's a point where we just know that if they're too close, this shouldn't happen. We should just win. Come on.
When we went down, I think I was a little bit uneasy, and those games are close. Like, it really could have gone either way. So there was a little bit of tension throughout the match just because it was so close. It was going back and forth the whole game.
The really nice thing was the modern day coach said, hey, these girls were destined from their freshman year to do something their senior year.
This little small school, kind of hidden away, it's special because I've been at this school since 2006 and I've seen some really good teams, but there's something about this team.
We have all the girls like texting today from like former teams, and they're so excited to come watch. So I think the high school is really the glory and the payout, and it just like, especially it's just really fun to see the girls who played club since like 5th grade or 4th grade, and then they come to high school and they're like, oh my God, you know, the school cares and our friends come to the games. It's just, everything's local, and you know, they get acknowledged for all the hard work. The whole community gets to see them do what they do.
As soon as you step on the court, like game time, it's go time. Like you gotta focus, you gotta leave it all behind. So like have as much fun as you want beforehand, like get excited. But then as soon as you step on that court, like even the bench players, like they're zoned in, they're like ready to help. Last game. Like, boom, right to the corner, that was beautiful. Brought tears to my eyes.
I have some girls that can, like, in between games, stay focused. I have some girls that can't, you know, like, usually our second game, maybe if we won the first one pretty handily, they kind of relax. But all the teams left are so good that we can't do that.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Come on, come on.
After the first set, it was really close, and at first it was going back and forth, which I didn't like because we're used to just putting a team's way right in the beginning.
Everybody loves Tori. Like Elia, she's a student of the game.
After losing that first set, we're just okay, no, this shouldn't happen. Get it together and come back stronger.
So she's thinking, and she's supportive and energetic. I think positive too. She doesn't really get down.
Tori, you're an attacker. Every serve's coming to you, Tori. Just be ready. Tori, it is.
In that Cathedral game, the feeling was completely different. After that first set, we were all right, we're fine. We got that out of our system. Now, let's get our shit together. We said in the huddle, and just kind of right now, let's play our game. I remember going to Cari Klein, and Cari Klein was we totally got this. I'm not worried at all. And I was I'm glad we're on the same page. We're fine. So
we were definitely mad because our thought process going in was 3-0. Let's beat them. Let's get out of here. It made us mad. We did not want to be there. We did not want to lose. We had made it so far and had such a successful season this far. We weren't about to give it up then. So we just stepped on the gas and we're okay, let's finish this.
Now we have you have to line up with her shoulder.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes I need to calm down and sit down. I have no idea what I'm going to do or what I'm not going to do.
That was for me the best game of my life. I can still think about every moment of it, and like I don't want to get emotional, but like it was just really fun and really memorable. So